callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house! When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. They can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud of you step on the field, man. That's war I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
No, this game is just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Freestyle Friday, and we're coming on with breaking news for Harris County. Judge Lena Hidalgo has issued a new stay-at-home and work-safe order for the county. Also, a part of that, I'm sorry, I can't tip around it, Christian folks. I hope y'all don't backslide because I'm about to say bars, but I'm about to say bars. So do me a favor, don't backslide. But all bars are being asked to close 5 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago, whatever it is. At 12 noon today, all bars were in order to close. So, it's that simple. The numbers have spiked again, not only in Harris County, but around the state. And there are several other counties that are following with similar orders to close bars immedately, as well as stay home and work safe orders again. And I'm going to try and say this, but folks are going to take it however they want. This is not political. This is not the media. This is not 5G. This is to keep everyone safe. Coronavirus is not over. It's not done. If you don't believe in it, great. For those who are trying to stay safe, you stay home and work safely as well. And, if you can't do that, then I understand the judge and the mayor have other things that they're going to put in place for the bars and the restaurants that don't adhere to social distancing. They are having their liquor license pulled for 30 days, and restaurants and establishments will be getting fines effective today. Tried it the nice way, tried passing out masks, tried saying please, please, please. You know me, I've been on one this week. The mayor of Hedwig Village and the head of the police chief at Hedwig Village, they all decided that they were going to break the law and support a restaurant that had violated the previous stay home, work safe order. And now look at where we are. And I know people want to blame the protests. Judge Lena Hidalgo said it best. All factors played into this new order. All factors. It was not just the protest. It was not just the holiday weekend. It was not just people going to bars and restaurants. All of those things played into where we are right now. So if you're going to sit there and point fingers, I'm telling you now, you are part of the problem, not a part of the solution. You do your part, and she said, we're not trying to flatten the curve. We are trying to defeat the virus. And the only way to do that is to do what they're telling you to do. I know. The media is the devil and they're the worst thing since sliced bread, except when they say something that you agree with. Just if you don't want to put on a mask, just stay home. If you don't want to stay home, put on a mask. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Wash your hands for 20 seconds or more. I cannot tell you how many people I still see walk out of the restroom, no soap, no water, no seconds. It's just time out. It's just time out. It's time out. I know more people are surviving the coronavirus than are dying from it. That's not the point. The people who need treatment are taking up very valuable medical resources. The hospital ICUs in the city of Houston are at 100% capacity. For them to be able to accommodate other ICU beds, they will have to change them over into other parts of the hospital and put ventilators and put respirators and put all the things necessary that you would normally get in an ICU. They would have to convert rooms in order to make room. And yes, they have the capacity to do that. But ICU beds right now in the city of Houston, Harris County, all full. So while you're running out there beating your chest and turning the economy around, you're taking up valuable hospital resources for people that need them. There are more things going on than corona right now. People are having heart attacks. People are having strokes. I had a 30-year-old young man have a massive stroke, fall down, hurt himself, and have to be put in the ICU. And guess what? He didn't make it. But thank God there was an ICU bed available for them to at least have a chance to work on him. So this is bigger than all of us. I'm not trying to hit you with cliches. Just do your part. Just do your part. And if you're too selfish to do your part, then that's a whole nother sermon. 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. The phone lines are working. You can get in with your comments. Got a very special guest that'll be joining us, my virtual co-host for the day. I'll be honest with you. If she was not calling in today, I wouldn't be here, because yesterday almost took me out. Let me just say, for those who tuned in yesterday, I am not upset with John Foster. I'm not upset with John Foster. John Foster is my brother. He's my brother in Christ. And I understand that sometimes family members are not going to always get along. And that's two people that come from the same womb. So, blood brothers, God brothers, made up brothers, whatever. We're not going to always see things eye to eye. But I don't discard friends easily. Now, if you want to discard from me, I'll let you. I'll accept your resignation. If you want to resign your friendship from me, I will accept your resignation. But I'm not going to always just cut people off because we see things differently. So for those who tuned into the show yesterday and heard me and John disagree and heard me, just go ahead and shut it down or whatever, we're good. We're good. There's enough room in this life for John to think the way he wants to think, and I think the way that I want to think, and we be good. So, don't speak for me. Don't fight for me. I got it. Don't come from my friends. They all right. In fact, I like to try to have dialogue. Even when we're nowhere close to an agreement, I like to at least try to explain my part, understand their part, and get closer together rather than being diametrically opposed. So I'm just saying, again, don't be all in John's inbox. Don't pick it in front of his tennis club. Y'all leave John alone. He'll be back on Thursday. I'll probably fine him. I'll probably fine him a couple $100, but he ain't off the show. So there you go. A lot went on yesterday. Of course, NASCAR released a picture of the garage pull rope that was found in the garage bay of the sport's lone full-time black driver. And I don't know about you, I showed pictures of the pull rope. It looks like a noose to me. I really, honestly, when I say I don't care, I don't mean I'm apathetic. I mean, I just don't agree. I don't care what anybody else sees. I see a noose. And if you're telling me that the only way to pull a garage door up and down is with a rope that looks like a noose, I'm telling you, you're crazy. I'm not crazy. You are. Because I promise you, I've been pulling garage doors down for a long time. And just because it's a race car garage door and not a civilian car's garage door, don't mean that they go up and down differently. It's not like you're running out of the garage to get back into the race and you got to do it so quickly that you have to have a special kind of noose-looking knot in order to make it happen. Stop with that. Stop. You're sounding as crazy as you don't want to sound. Like you're trying to sound real educated and you're not. You're just trying to get the garage door up and down. On mine now, I got a little red thing that hangs from the end of a small string, not a real rope, but it's a little red thing. I will donate those to NASCAR if they're having problems deciding how to get their doors up and down, and some genius decided the best way to do it so that we can get an edge over the other racers is to tie ours up like a noose. I promise you, let me send you a couple of hundred of those. I understand that. In fact, I'll read the statement. From the president of NASCAR when I come back. I'm going to take a break so I don't get amped up again like I did yesterday. Look, I wore my Martin shirt today. I'm trying to be more like Martin than Malcolm. It ain't sink in yet. I'll be right back on the lunch break.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wronged. Have you been diagnosed with cancer? Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales and even removed it from the market. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 800-961-2730. 800-961-2730. That's 800-961-2730.
Hey, sports fans, this is AJ Jones, and I know we're all going through some trying times right now. Schools are closed, and things are far from normal. I was thinking, how can we help here on KYOK and on the lunch break? And I heard these words, help make memories. So how about this? How about your child, age 12 and up, has a chance to be my co-host for the day?
I see you, Elizabeth. How are you?
Tuesday, right here.
I'm going to go ahead and bring you on early.
The legendary KYOK.
Let's do it.
Your child can
I'm ready.
their friends, their family, and even their classmates to hear them talk sports with me, AJ Jones.
How are you today?
Lunch break on the legendary KYOK, AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. Send me an email message at aj@kyoksports.com. That's aj@kyoksports.com with your child's name and why they should be the one to be my co-host for the day. Again, we're going to make memories during this tough times right here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
Be sure to tune in to Motivational Thursdays on Shiloh Radio, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., where you will be encouraged, inspired, and ignited on the legendary KYOK, 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM.
Hey, what's up? This is your boy James Fortune, and you are listening to The Lunch Break. Keep it live.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. There you go. All right. I think I'm back.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, look, I can hear you. What's going on? Our virtual co-host of the day has joined us, and I decided to take her early because I was on a rant already, Elizabeth. I was on a rant. I went in yesterday. I went in the day before that. I went in the day before that. I've been on a rant for about 2 weeks now, and I'm trying to chill out. But you came at the right time. You saved me from myself. So
Well, that's good. I'm glad I was able to do that.
Yeah, girl, you saved me from myself. Go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody so they know who you are.
I'm Elizabeth Elwell. I am a student of Texas A&M University Commerce. I am currently a criminal justice student, so that's fun right now.
What are you gonna be after you get your degree in criminal justice?
Well, the original plan was that I wanted to be a police officer because ever since I was little, I've always admired the police, and I thought that that was the best way for me to be able to help people. And I, of course, knew that it was a broken and I knew that it was a broken system. And my plan was that I wanted to be able to try to help fix it from the inside out, be a spokesperson for help implementing new laws and whatnot of the injustice that I saw inside of the force. But since everything that's been happening, it's kind of evident to me that that's probably not going to end up happening. It's probably going to end up hurting me more than it's actually helping others. So that's kind of changing from day to day.
I got you, but at least you have a heart to make a change, and I believe that when we put our hearts and our minds to it, we can make it happen. Elizabeth Elwell joining us. What year are you in up at Texas A&M Commerce?
Currently, I'm in my third year. There's been a couple of roadblocks with kind of getting the classes that I need, so it's been a struggle, but it's been going.
Yeah, it's funny. I've been out of school probably since before you were born. And I always wonder how they will allow somebody to take a class I need for my major as an elective just so that they can fill out their class schedule. And I'm like, I need my class.
Yeah, like, dude, I need that chair more than you do, please.
Well, when are you scheduled to graduate?
Well, currently I'm not entirely sure because I'm going to take a hiatus semester this next semester just to, get in check with my mental health and all that kind of stuff. Kind of reevaluate where I want to be in the future, make some decisions, all that kind of stuff. So, I think the earliest that I'd be able to do is probably 2021, late 2021, but I'm not positive on that yet.
Elizabeth, that's right around the corner. Like we in July. I mean, yeah. No, I absolutely love that. Elizabeth Elwell. Elizabeth, how old are you?
I'm 22.
22, and I love the fact that you're aware of the need to check in on your mental health because I got you lapped by a few, and I have to remind myself to take mental stress days because man, I get worked up, and even when I'm not worked up, just looking at all that's going on, wanting better for people, my own family, what have you, it can be a bit of a weight. So I think you're bringing up a very good point. Listen, let me take a break. When we come back, let's kind of get into it a little bit. Our virtual co-host of the day, Elizabeth Elwell, joining us right now on the lunch break. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with her right after this. If you want to get in, 281-453-1000. The numbers are working. 281-453-1000. We got a great guest joining us today. We'll be right back with more right after this on the lunch break.
You're home. You're a diabetic. You need supplies, but you don't want to visit the pharmacy. What do? Call US Med for home delivery of your supplies. If you have diabetes and you're worried about going to a crowded pharmacy, pick up the phone in the safety and comfort of your home and let US Med deliver them to you with free shipping. And now if you test your blood sugar 4 more times a day and inject insulin 3 or more times a day, you may qualify to get a new continuous glucose monitor at little or no cost, which may eliminate the pain of pricking your fingers and helps you make smarter diabetes decisions. Plus, we'll send you a 90-day supply and bill your insurance company for you. Get some peace of mind. Call US Med today.
800-417-0851. 800-417-0851. That's 800-417-0851.
How'd you like to eliminate your expensive cable bill forever or get new satellite internet where cable can't go? Well, now you can have affordable satellite internet service for a few dollars a day. All you need is a mini satellite installed and you can have unlimited internet connections wirelessly in your home or office. And no cable boxes means unlimited connections and no clutter. You can surf the internet or stream any of your favorite television services with no cable. And the best part is, satellite internet service costs only a few dollars a day for your entire home. Yes, fast internet to surf or stream television for a few bucks a day. Call now for free details and learn how to drop your expensive cable bill.
800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. That's 800-712-8044.
What? I know.
Having trouble getting focused? Getting your to-do list turned on?
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
KYOK 1140 and 92.3.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
Hey, what's going on? This is Lecrae, and right now you're listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It's our Freestyle Friday. I've got an awesome virtual co-host of the day. Her name is Elizabeth Elwell. She's a junior at Texas A&M Commerce. Now, where is that for those who don't know?
It's in Commerce, Texas. It's about, an hour away from Dallas.
Okay. I was going to say, so you said Commerce, Texas, like I know where Commerce, Texas.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to pinpoint the closest thing. It's about 20 minutes away from Greenville, if that helps.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really in the middle of absolute nowhere. Like, it's literally nowhere.
So in other words, you got extremely good grades because you have nothing else to do.
I have nothing else to do out here, yes.
That's all right. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Texarkana, Texas.
Texarkana, right on the borderline between Arkansas and Texas.
Yes, I lived on the Texas side.
You sure?
Yep. For about 3 years, I want to say I lived on the Texas side. It was great. So
I think that's amazing. And there's a place where you can take a picture on either side, right? Isn't there something?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's that tourist location, and every once in a while you'll see a couple of people, and they're always like in the middle on the thing, and it cracks me up every time I see it.
I think it's hilarious. There's a place up in near Ohio that if you stand right on that spot, if you lean to one side, you're in Indiana. If you lean to another side, you're in Kentucky, and if you lean back, you're in Ohio.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah.
Right there. It's like right there.
Yeah, like 3 places at once. That's cool.
We got Elizabeth Elwell joining us. She's our virtual co-host of the day. Glad to have her. Just want to, just kind of get my mind off some things. But Elizabeth, obviously the big news out there, I'm in sports, so kind of sports related, is that there was a noose found in the garage of the lone black driver in the sport. His name is Bubba Wallace. And what's interesting is he didn't find the news. Somebody else did. And they reported it to NASCAR. NASCAR checked it out and said, oh, yeah, something's going on. And then they informed Bubba. Yeah. And, Bubba, he kind of expressed his emotions. And then everybody got behind him. And then all of a sudden, because the FBI dropped out and said that there was no hate crime involved, everybody's like, oh, he's the new Jussie Smollett. And oh, he was making it up. And oh, what a diva and all that. And then they released a picture of that thing yesterday. Did you see the picture?
I have not seen the picture. I tried to find it, but I could not find it anywhere.
Let me help you out. Let me help you out. I would just tell you right now, I'm from the old school, and if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck,
yes,
it's probably a duck, right?
I would think so, yeah.
I don't see many ducks barking. So,
no, not at all.
All right, there you go. Hold on. Let me pull it up close. Is that good?
Yeah. That's a little suspicious right there.
I mean, if nothing else, it's noose-ish, right? It's noose-ish. I kind of in the family of a noose. Yeah. Somebody tried to educate me that it's a number 8 knot, and it's commonly used in sailing and hiking and rock climbing.
Yeah.
What that got to do with racing? What that got to do with car racing?
Yeah. My thing is that, like you said, it was not Bubba that actually found the noose. It was somebody else, and they reported it to NASCAR. So all of these people that are calling him like the new Jussie Smollett, like that's irrelevant. That is not even in the same ballpark, because he is not the person who brought this out. He was just the person who reacted to it. Right. So, are we good?
Yeah, no, we're good.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I thought you froze on me because some of my guests have been freezing. I'm like, oh no, you didn't freeze on me, did you?
Oh no, you're good.
At one time, I mean, you're right. He didn't bring this out, but he's allowed to react to it.
Exactly.
He's kind of like the only black driver in the sport. And for some who don't quite get it, when black people like me and Bubba see nooses, we tend to get a little concerned. I mean, we ain't scared. Now, don't get it twisted. We're not scared, but it's concerning.
It's high alert. Especially with everything that is going on in the world right now. I mean, I would be on high alert. If I saw anything that looked even remotely suspicious, I'd be like, no, not today. No, thank you. So,
and then you've got a lot of folks who it wasn't a news. Okay, it looks like a news. All right, it might have been a news, but it's been there since October 2019. That matters because what?
Yeah, like, I don't see what are you trying to justify here?
I mean, for me, it makes it even worse because several people have walked past that thing and didn't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
So
now, and I've seen other of like the garage pull things. They are tiny. They're like literally that big. So for that to be that size, and that, I mean, like all of the others are like those like really thin nylon strands and all that kind of stuff. And so, I mean, that was a relatively large looking knot. And I don't see why it had to be that big if the others can be that small, unless it was trying to be something else. So
somebody was trying to get that edge. You know, you need that. You gotta be able to get that garage door up and down. Now you
apparently, so that's a heavy duty garage door. Apparently,
right. You don't run straight from the garage to the track, but you got to get that edge. So
yeah.
But here's the interesting thing: President Steve Phillips, who's the president of NASCAR, said that they checked 29 tracks, 1,684 garage stalls. Only 11 of them had pull ropes tied in a knot, but only one of them had one that looked like a noose. Just happened to be the one that Bubba Wallace, the sport's lone black driver, was using.
In my opinion, there is no such thing as coincidence. There is too much happening in the world. There is too much. I mean, like you said, he is the only black driver in the entirety of NASCAR. And you're telling me that he is the only one that found something that even remotely resembled a noose in his garage? That's a little sus to me.
And again, it's a Christian radio station, so I got to be careful what I say. But I'm gonna need the people from NASCAR to slide me those lottery numbers. I'm gonna need them to just slide because if they're that good on pinpointing something that was not intended for someone down to the one person that would be the most affected by it, I just need to know. Give me 7 numbers. Yeah.
My thing is that somebody probably was like cleaning the garage and they'd be like, haha, this is funny. And even that is a problem in and of itself. Even if it was not an initial blatantly hate crime attack on this man, it's still an issue if that was the case.
That's truly the case. But let me ask you this. We've got our virtual co-host of the day. Her name is Elizabeth Elwell. She's up in Texarkana. She's from Texarkana, but she's at Texas A&M Commerce. Elizabeth, why can't people just appreciate when something offends somebody else? Why do we feel like we have to defend something that's not offensive to us, but might be offensive to someone else?
I really don't know. Me and my mom were talking about just people being kind. Like, what happened to kindness? I don't understand where it actually went, but wherever it went, I want to go there because it no longer exists in today's society, apparently.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like you said, if I do something that offends you and you tell me and I'm like, well, why did you get offended by that? Like, I didn't mean anything by it. That doesn't matter. It still offended you. And I'm still in the wrong. So
it's a bad analogy, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. You ready? If I don't intend to shoot you, but I do, guess what? It doesn't matter what I intended because you still
shot me. Exactly.
So, and again, because of all the violence we got going on right now, again, it was a bad analogy, but I like to make a point where the point gets made, and people have termed now, given the phrase politically correctness, we're now in a PC society. I agree with what you're saying. It was simply called kindness back when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And why not being kind makes you some kind of savant now. You're more enlightened than everyone else because you don't have to be kind to people. It's kind of ridiculous to me.
It really is. And I mean, even something like calling people by their preferred pronouns or just not attacking them based on their skin color. Okay.
That part right there. What do we have to do to get to that part right there?
Honestly, that seems relatively simple to me. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. It's just ridiculous, honestly. I don't understand why what is happening for this to be a problem.
We need more people like you, dear. That's common sense to you, then I need, we need more people with common sense like you.
It honestly really makes me angry to the point because I see all of these, because I'm an essential worker right now. Okay. And we're redoing a part of the store and all this kind of stuff. And people will ask us where things are. And we're like, oh, I'm not sure. Let me check. And they get angry with us. It's our fault. And I'm like, this is not our decision. Just bear with me, please. And it's just, it's ridiculous. But
Yeah. Well, listen, you do me a favor and you be safe out there. I don't know about in your area, but down here in Harris County, I'm in Houston. Down here in Harris County, they just reissued another stay home, work safe order. Restaurants are now capped at 50% capacity. Bars were forced to close at 12 noon today. And the numbers are going up. The numbers are going up. All of the ICU beds in the area are full. They do have capacity to convert other areas of the hospitals to ICU beds. They do have the equipment to do that, but it's not a good trend. Seeing that go on, how are you feeling about the coronavirus in your area? How are you feeling about people who don't want to wear a mask? Oh, it's my right. I don't have to wear a mask. And now they're saying there's some kind of card that they're going to start showing that say I have a medical condition, and if you don't do that, they're going to report you to somebody. What are you thinking about all this?
my thing is that, ooh, sorry, I can hear myself. So
Oh, okay. No problem.
So my thing is that it's like, as an essential worker, me wearing a mask helps you. It doesn't help me. It helps you. So if we're both wearing a mask, then it is an exchange. You're helping me and I'm helping you, because I have to be there. You don't necessarily have to be there. So to me, we value individualism so heavily over the betterment of our communities. Like, we want what we want when we want it.
Right.
And we don't really care how it affects everybody else around us. So if we want to host like pool parties or barbecues or game nights or different things like that, that brings a lot of people together in an environment that might have corona in it, then all of those people that have been subjected to that now are potentially carriers. So I understand why, because wearing a mask is difficult. I work in the back room of our store. It is hot back there. We are sweating. It's difficult to breathe in those things, but also I'm not potentially hurting my fellow employees.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't understand. It's one simple thing that, like, I'm pretty sure the CDC had said, like, please wear masks. Please, if you have to go out, wear masks. And they're like, no, like, we're not going to listen to the actual scientists and experts on this thing. No, I'm good. I'm going to listen to whatever information I get from, not the actual Center for Disease Control. Like, okay.
Yeah, I got this thing, especially if you're from my high school and you couldn't handle basic math or English or science. I'm not listening to you right now. I'm sorry. I don't care where you get information from, but I'm going to listen to the people that study that stuff and may make a living in doing it. So
exactly.
And the other part I don't understand is, why is this political? Why is safety and health and medical stuff political? Am I missing something?
It really shouldn't be, because, I mean, it almost to me seems like those two things should be completely separate, because science to me is like science. It's facts. It's proven by numbers and data and experiments and graphs and whatnot. And that should not even be in question, honestly, because, like, even if it's not true and like data is falsified or something like that, what is the harm? What is the harm of us going out and wearing masks and staying at home more versus going out and like shopping or eating out or different things like that? It really makes no sense to me why this is deemed a political problem.
That's why we need more 22-year-olds running things, majoring in criminal justice at Texas A&M Commerce. Listen, I got to take another quick break, but when we come back, I want to ask your thoughts. I know you're at Texas A&M Commerce, but your school is very big for sports. A&M and their system is very big for sports. I want to hear your thoughts on on them pushing ahead with the upcoming football season and all the other, sports that they have out there. Even though a number of student athletes are testing positive for COVID-19. We've got Elizabeth Elwell joining us here on the show. She's my virtual co-host of the day. We'll be back with her next, right after these messages on the lunch break.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. That's 800-547-4170.
This is a potter's field. When people can't pay for their funerals, they are buried here. It is a lonely, desolate place, littered with unmarked headstones. No one visits. No one leaves flowers. But it doesn't have to be that way. For as low as $1 a day, you can ensure your family will have the money to pay your funeral expenses. We offer burial insurance plans that pay up to $30,000. Considering the average funeral costs more than $10,000, that's peace of mind for your family. There are no medical exams, your rates won't increase, and your policy cannot be canceled as long as you make your premium payments. Call now to get approved in minutes and ensure your final resting place is more than just a pauper's grave in a potter's field.
800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. That's 800-308-6729. Paid for by Final Expense Direct.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently, and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? Quick Cash Offer can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents and risking your safety by showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your home to foreclosure. If you have any equity in your home, we will buy it and give you cash within days, all in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call Quick Cash Offer now before the economy gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just don't want to get the cash you need today.
800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. That's 800-780-1431.
Hey, this is Tori and Terry, and we're with a new show on the legendary KYOK called Marriage Talks with Tori and Terry.
Yes, that's Saturdays at 1 p.m. Marriage Talk with us. You can call in and talk with us about your marriage questions, engagement, relationship questions. We're here to assist you. Saturdays at 1 p.m.
And that's on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
Talk to you then.
Now, back to the lunch break.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Freestyle Friday. I'm blessed to have with us a very awesome virtual co-host of the day. Her name is Elizabeth Elwell, and Elizabeth is from Texarkana. She is in her third year at Texas A&M Commerce, and she is majoring in criminal justice. 22 years old. And what other skills and talents do you have? What do you love to do? What else can you do?
I actually do. I'm a cosplayer. So for those that don't know, that means I take a fictional character and then I make and create that costume that they would wear, and I wear it to conventions. I'm a huge nerd. So
you're a cosplay? Come on!
Yeah.
I always wanted to get down with that. I mean, they have big conferences here in Houston all the time.
Oh yeah. It's a lot of fun, and it's a way for me to express myself creatively, but in a unique way. Like that's not like drawing or painting, because I'm very bad at drawing and painting. So
All right. So I mean, what do I need to do to get down with cosplay? Do I just need to get me an outfit and go hang out at the conference? Am I
pretty much?
Are they gonna be like, who is this guy?
No, not at all. I have found that the cosplay community is extremely welcoming. There's always a couple of people that are like, that's not screen accurate or something like that. But that's in every kind of hobby and whatnot. There's always those gatekeepers that are like, you weren't in this to begin with. And it's weird. But mainly it's very, very wholesome, and it's very like, wow, oh my gosh, you made that? That's amazing. And so it's very great. I love it a lot. And I have to learn like 15 other things in order to do it. And so, but it's very, very fun.
So do you just pick a character from anime or some superhero or sci-fi, or, how do you decide who you're going to be this time?
I actually like to look at the complexity of the character, both in the design and also the personality of that character. Like, I just made, I don't know if you're familiar with the movie The Corpse Bride. It's a Tim Burton movie. It's claymation, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I am actually.
Yeah, I actually made from like scratch the Corpse Bride, Emily. I made her. It took about 3 months of work, and I'm extremely proud of her. I love her so much. But because she's such a complex and deep character, all she wants to do is love, but she doesn't know how to like express that in a safe way. So I just I choose a character that I love and identify with most of the time, and then I just figure out how I'm going to make them come about. So it's very, very fun.
I love that. Now I'm going to put you on the spot. So did you see Black Panther?
I did. Oh my gosh.
All right.
Amazing.
Okoye, the head of the I need you to be her next.
I would love to, but I feel like that's probably not good for me to do.
You know what? Just don't go blackface, but just you can pull it off. You can pull it off. That is one of the strongest fictional characters I've ever seen in my life.
She is incredible. I went to go see, one of my best friends is an incredibly huge fan of Black Panther. He has been for years. And so I went to go see it with him, and I swear both of us were just in tears by the end of it, because we were like, this is so amazing. And so we were just like stoked beyond belief. It was just incredible. I love it so much.
So long before you were born and I was coming up, the big thing was to go see Rocky Horror Picture Show as many times as you could go see it, and people dressed up and they acted it out on the screen, and it was really fun. I never got that deep into it, but I went and saw it like close to 100 times. And when it came out, I swore that I was going to see it 100 times. Now watch this. I got 12 of them in. I saw it 12 times. So I got another 88 to go before I get up. But I'm seriously, I'm ready to get in costume. I'm ready to dress up. I'm ready to go ahead and get it. So can I be Black Panthers? Can I be?
Yeah.
All right. So I know we're not talking sports. It's nothing to do with sports section. For you, who was the hero in Black Panther? And there's no wrong answer, but who was your hero in Black Panther?
I love Shuri. Shuri is my girl. I love Shuri so much. I have a thing for I love her so much. Of course, like as a Gen Z, I also relate to Gen Z characters more. But I also have a thing for like smart girls. So if you're like the Hermiones and the Shuris and all of these different like just extremely intelligent girls that aren't conforming to that. Oh, I have to be dumb to be pretty and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, yes. So I love Shuri so much. She's amazing.
Elizabeth Elwell is my new all-time favorite. I absolutely love her because, listen, ladies do not have to be dumb to be pretty. I love it. So let me give it to you. M'Baku saved the whole movie.
Oh my gosh.
Without M'Baku, there is no Avengers.
No. Yeah.
There is no Infinity Wars. Without M'Baku, it just doesn't go down. And
that scene whenever T'Challa's being like taken to M'Baku and there's like, please help him and all this kind of stuff, and they are like, I think they're like, well, we will like eat you or something like that, and they're like, just kidding, we're vegetarians. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I love him so much. Like,
here you go, Elizabeth. Silence.
Yeah.
To my children.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah.
We're vegetarians.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So
all right.
good.
So with all that going on, obviously, the economy getting back, Texas A&M is real big as far as sports go.
Yes.
They too have had a number of student athletes. Good catch, by the way. Number of student athletes that have tested positive for COVID-19. UT had 13. LSU had over 30.
Oh my gosh.
How do you feel about colleges and universities putting their student athletes back on the field, given the fact that so many of them are testing positive for COVID-19?
I think it's honestly absurd because, not only are they on the field together, but they're also in like locker rooms and they're having to like be in buses together to travel to games and all of this kind of stuff. So that is so much close quarter like contact that there is no way that this stuff is not just going to skyrocket if we do not contain it, especially if there are those that are actually being tested positive for COVID. And so I'm at this point, I'm like, I used to go to like the games, all that kind of stuff in my town and whatnot, but I'm not a huge sports fan. So I don't really, I get that it's like this huge atmospheric thing that you go and you experience it. But to me, it is not that important. The safety of the students is the utmost priority because you are taking them into your care. They're not there. I mean, they're there to like further their future. So if they get sick and God forbid something happens to them, then they have no future anymore because they're no longer here. So why don't we just focus on education, keep everything online if we absolutely can, and if not, cut down the class sizes to half capacity, or like the restaurants are doing, mandatory masks, all this kind of stuff that can help prevent COVID as much as humanly possible, if not completely like take it out of the equation. And so I'm just like, I understand that sports is a huge thing for most students. Most students come to college specifically for sports, like they get sports scholarships and they maybe want to go pro at some point. But 1 semester or 2 semesters is not going to make or break you. Like, it's not going to make or break the system. We just need to, as safely as possible, take care of our students, number one.
What's interesting is one of the most prestigious historical Black colleges and universities, Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia, where Martin Luther King Jr. attended, decided there will be no sports in the fall. And they just made that announcement today. There will be no sports in the fall because the safety of their student athletes come first. A lot of folks will say, well, that's easy for them to do because their sports don't generate as much money as A&M, UT, Florida, Ohio State, Clemson.
Yeah.
So now you've shined the spotlight on what the real issue is, the money.
Exactly.
And the sacrifice for the money is the student athlete.
Exactly. Yeah. When you get down to it, it mainly always comes back to money. There is never an issue where it's like, well, I don't know if this is like ethically correct or not anything. It's always like, well, how much money are we going to lose if we cut this out completely? And to me, that's abhorrent. That that should not even, again, be in the equation of figuring out whether or not they actually keep sports going or if they stop it for a semester or two. It's absolutely disgusting to me.
I got to tell you, I agree with you because, again, I know some of the smaller areas. I mean, and Bryan College Station, I know it's a small area. I know a lot of its economy is driven by A&M, but you got some of the most brilliant people in the world on that campus. You mean to tell me you can't come up with another way to make some portion of that revenue up in other ways in the university? And I can't get beyond this. What are they doing with all the money that they made last year? I mean,
exactly.
I'll spend every dime of that, because if you did, I need to be the CFO of.
There needs to be some change.
Come on. I mean, you ought to have some reserves to get through a semester, 2 semesters a year without college sports.
Like, that's the equivalent of, like, living, like, paycheck to paycheck. Exactly. Like, that's like, you spent it already? Like, you spent all of that money that you made. Okay.
Yeah, if that doesn't work with our mothers and fathers, it certainly ain't going to work with universities.
Like,
Elizabeth, unfortunately, we got to get ready to go. Tell everybody where they can find you and follow you, because you are absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, thank you. I actually have 2 Instagrams. One is my cosplay account. One is my personal account. My cosplay account is the Angsty Elf, all lowercase. It's TheAngstyelf. And then the other is just my name, Elizabeth Elwell, all lowercase. I'm also on Facebook. You could add me. I'm friendly. If you want to talk more about this, I am absolutely down for that. This is something I'm extremely passionate about. So, that's pretty much it. That's mainly where I am at.
Well,
Instagram and Facebook.
Now, I'm going to follow you on Facebook, and I'm definitely going to follow your cosplay account on Instagram. So, I'm going to be in your DM saying, hey, does this look like I can wear this? Or, hey.
Absolutely. Yes, do it. I have so many, like, baby cosplayers that are like, help me. And I'm like, yes, please, let me take you. Yes.
I got a new nickname, y'all. I'm Baby Cosplay, right? Henceforth, now and forevermore. Elizabeth Elwell, thank you so much for making time for us, and thank you for dropping by. Be sure and tell all your friends, all your family, we said thank you. Y'all be safe up there, and we'll be talking to you again, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, y'all. Elizabeth Elwell, y'all give it up for her. She did a great job. My virtual co-host of the day on Freestyle Friday. So glad to have her. And y'all be sure and follow her. Like she said, she's very friendly, very knowledgeable. I love the way you think, Elizabeth. I love the way you think. So
thank you.
Again, we'll be talking to you again soon. All right.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right, y'all, we got to get ready to hit the top of the hour. If you want to get in and talk about anything that me and Elizabeth talked about, feel free. 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. Would love to hear your thoughts, love to hear your comments. Let me give you a quick sports update. NASCAR released a picture of the noose that was found in the garage bay of the sport's lone full-time black driver, Bubba Wallace. President Steve Phelps of the NASCAR organization said that they checked 29 tracks, 1,684 garage stalls. Only 11 had pull ropes tied in a knot. Only one looked like a noose, and it was the one in the garage stall of Bubba Wallace. They do admit that has been there since October of 2019. However, they did say that they would investigate why no one said anything before now. NFL owners will try to offset some of the money that they will lose by not being able to have stadiums full of fans by selling seats to advertisers who will cover those seats with their products and brands. Drew Brees is vowing to be a part of the solution. He is going to be a sponsor, one of the sponsors of the Black College Football Hall of Fame event called Road to Equality. It'll be on July 15th. He says he and his wife will be presenters at the event. The NBA is going to use law enforcement as security when they finish their 2020 season down in Disney, in spite of protests against police brutality against black people. Interesting. And then Bethune-Cookman, you heard me announce it, Bethune-Cookman announced that it will be joining the SWAC in 2021. The prestigious HBCU has been in the MEAC for 40 years, and they are making their way to the same conference with TSU, Prairie View, and others. All right, we'll be right back right after this.
1140 KYOK, Conroe, Houston. The legend continues.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers, who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house! When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? And let's go to the house. And let's go to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from that. He's a man. They can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? And let's go to the house. And let's go to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Freestyle Friday, and a lot going on in the world of sports, but a lot going on in life, too. Kimberly Armstrong says that she got a bad tan. She is burnt. Kimberly. When you put the meat on the grill, you got to turn it over every now and then. When you put meat on the grill, you got to turn it over now and then. You don't just cook it on one side. You gotta turn it over every now and then, Kimberly. Just FYI. I know not everybody can. I know not everybody can barbecue like I can, but I'm just every now and then you gotta flip the meat over. You gotta flip the meat over. So just trying to help folks out. Want everybody to be great. One of the other things that I mentioned while I was talking with our phenomenal virtual co-host of the day, Elizabeth Elwell, was the fact that Morehouse College, one of the most prestigious HBCUs out there, the alma mater of the late, great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Kimberly, you're hilarious. Morehouse has decided they're not going to play any fall sports. So that's football. What else do they play in the fall? Whatever else they play in the fall, they're not playing it. Baseball, they're not playing it. So I know Todd is out there somewhere saying, AJ, that's a fraction of, like, that's the tax on how much money that UT brings in just during a football season. I get it. I think the SEC made somewhere close to $600 million last season. The SEC alone. I get it. But at what point does Alabama, UT, Clemson, LSU? At what point Ohio State? Do they not come up with a way to do it anyway, but they decide the best way to do it is to not jeopardize the health and safety of the student athletes? At what point? At what point do they try to quit finding a workaround to get them out there anyway? What's interesting is the head coach of Oklahoma State, he just said the secret part out loud. He might as well have just said, these young bucks, hey, let me tell you, they can carry a whole lot of weight. And the weight we need them to carry right now is for the economy of Stillwater. We got to pump some money back into the economy, and we need these young bucks to carry that weight. He just said the quiet part out loud. And he apologized. It's not the apology. If that stuff is not in you, you won't say it. I'm sorry. I know getting $40,000, $50,000 a year in the form of a scholarship is not equivalent to slavery. I get that. First of all, number one, players earn scholarships. They are not given scholarships. They earn them. Their ability, their skill, their intellect, their knowledge, whatever it is, they earn scholarships. They're not just given scholarships. Hey, we got like 5 scholarships. We don't know who to give them to. How about we give one to you? What can you do? Nothing. That's all right. We got 5 of them. We'll just give you one. That's not how it works. That being said, now they provide a service for the scholarship. The engineering students, the math students, the chemistry students, they typically don't have to be employed by the school in order to maintain their scholarship. They just got to keep the grades. They usually don't have any kind of responsibility to show up at 4 o'clock in the morning and be on the field or on the track or in the pool or do 2-a-days throughout the day and then have a responsibility to be somewhere in front of 100,000 plus students cheering them on as they calculate the Pythagorean theorem. It's not the same. So let's move them out of the way. The student athletes that earn scholarships are generating revenue for the school. Now, don't come for me. I know that engineering, chemistry, research students, help them get grants and funding and all kinds of stuff. I know that they can generate millions of dollars for the school too, but that ain't the norm every Saturday. They don't do that every week. They're not required to be in the lab every day. And by the way, they can go and work for Merck. They can go and work for NASA. They can go and work for Bechtel. They can work for SmithKline and Beecham. Football players can't. They have to practice. They have to maintain their grades. They got to show up on game day. And they got to play well in order to keep their scholarships that they earned. And in return, coaches like Jimbo Fisher get $75 million contracts. Folks like Nick Saban get $10, $12 million a year. Folks like Dabo Swinney get so much money that he says if any student athlete cuts into this by being paid for their image, name, and likeness, I'm quitting the sport. Still waiting on his resignation, by the way. So you mean to tell me you have not made enough money off of the skills and talents and labors of these student athletes that you can't take a season off for their health? I don't care if you are the biggest, most financial school in the world. You haven't saved enough money yet where you can ride out one season for health reasons. I don't get it. You can't make me get it. I don't understand it. You can't make me understand it. There ought to be enough money in the reserves for you guys to get through. Yeah, you're going to lose money, but they could lose their lives. Let me take a break. When I come back, there's another part of this that not many people have thought about. I'm going to bring it up next, right here on the lunch break. If you want to get in, I want to hear from you. 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. It's the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wronged. Have you been diagnosed with cancer? Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales and even removed it from the market. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 800-961-2730. 800-961-2730. That's 800-961-2730.
Hey, sports fans, this is AJ Jones, and I know we're all going through some trying times right now. Schools are closed, and things are far from normal. I was thinking, how can we help here on KYOK and on the lunch break? And I heard these words, help make memories. So how about this? How about your child, age 12 and up, has a chance to be my co-host for the day? That's right, 30 minutes every Tuesday right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. Your child can invite their friends, their family, and even their classmates to hear them talk sports with me, AJ Jones, on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. Send me an email message at aj@kyoksports.com. That's aj@kyoksports.com with your child's name and why they should be the one to be my co-host for the day. Again, we're going to make memories during this tough times right here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
Having trouble getting focused? Getting your to-do list done?
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
KYOK 1140 and 92.3.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
Be sure to tune in to Motivational Thursdays on Shiloh Radio, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., where you will be encouraged, inspired, and ignited on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM.
Hi, this is Sonia from Southeast Houston, and you're listening to The Lunch Break on 92.3 and KYOK.
Appreciate you, Sonia. Thank you for that drop right here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is Freestyle Friday. And Keith Hennig just posted something, man. It's just, right now for me, the time is not for me to say I told you so, but I told you so. I'm not going to bounce around it. I told you so. Texas is now the number one state in COVID-19 cases. Texas is now the number one state in COVID-19 cases. Not New York. Not New Jersey, not Seattle. I'm Washington, trying to do states. Texas. For those who know me, I have another role where it's my responsibility to pray for other people. I pray for the governor, lieutenant governor, the mayors, the city councils. I pray for them all by name. Not prayers of manipulation. There's some people, they might be praying for you, but they ain't praying for you the way that you want them to pray for you. They praying for God to change you to do what they want you to do or what they think you should be doing. I'm not talking about that. But they got it wrong. And I don't want to hear about marches and protests and what have you, because Judge Helena Hidalgo said it best. All of the things played into where we are right now. Yes, the protests were part of it. Yes, the restaurants opening too soon, the bars opening too soon, people having events where they could care less about social distancing and masks and all of that. Stop politicizing the science. I don't care about flus. This is not a flu. I don't care about the bird flu, the swine flu. This is not a flu. The part that I wanted to bring up that a lot of folks have not even thought about, and it's not just with these young people, it's going to be the same thing with professional athletes. Let's say they go out there and they get COVID-19, because we got to get the economy started. We need baseball. We need football. Got to have basketball. And maybe they don't have underlying conditions, because everybody thinks it's an automatic. If you have underlying conditions, you're going to have problems. If you don't, you automatically won't have any problem. That's not the case. You don't know how it's going to affect you until you get it. And once you get it and it affects you, guess what? As soon as you hit the hospital and go into the system and get some form of treatment on your lungs, on your chest, on whatever gets affected, guess what that becomes? A pre-existing condition. And now you have medical concerns and insurance concerns, because a lot of insurers don't insure people with pre-existing conditions. Well, I didn't have any pre-existing conditions. I just had COVID-19. Oh, no, ma'am, I'm sorry. It says right here that you had scar tissue in your lungs when they treated you. Oh, ma'am, the code is for this. That means that you have some issues with your respiratory problems. So now we are running our kids out there on the high school, on the college. We're running our brothers and our nephews and our sons and some of our husbands and fathers out there for pro sports, hoping that we'll be able to get sports back on so that we can feel better about our lives and get away from all the protests and all the coronavirus and all the other stuff, so we can feel better about ourselves and let one of them get sick and have pre-existing conditions and not be able to get insured and not be able to take care of what they need to take care of. Oh, but AJ, they're millionaires. They know what they're getting into. Not the high school athletes that y'all are rushing back out there. The president of the TEA, Texas Education Association, said that they're going back to school in the fall, and they won't all have to wear masks, and they won't all have to do all this stuff. They will social distance, but he said they're going back out. Guess what? Student athletes are already working out. Hello, you live on the lunch break. Who's this?
AJ, it's Todd.
Hey, man, I called your name. Did you hear me talk about you?
No, I didn't hear. I just started listening.
Yeah, man, I said that Morehouse College decided that they were going to shut down all fall sports. And I said Todd is somewhere saying, oh, but AJ, that's like the tax on how much money UT brings in from fall sports. And Morehouse shutting down is in no way comparison to UT shutting down. But the thing for me is UT and A&M and Florida and LSU and Clemson and Ohio State, they made all that money last year. You mean to tell me they didn't save enough money to be able to take a season off?
You know, man, as crazy as it sounds, a lot of these big time programs, let's take Texas, for example, right? You know, they do a stadium expansion on the football. I think a lot of them big time programs, they take that money and funnel it right back into it and trying to make it bigger and better, right?
Bruh, I need to be the CFO for these colleges and universities, because if you telling me UT is living from paycheck to paycheck, I'm telling you that's crazy.
Let me give you an example. There's a guy named Brian Davis that writes for the Austin American Statesman, right?
Yep.
He did an open records request. This is probably like 2 years ago, right?
All right.
This is when the conversation was it's still a big debate now whether college athletes should be paid, right?
Yeah.
He did an open records request, and for football, I think it was that year, it brought in like $170 million, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, it's taking everything, you know, concessions, ticket sales, merchandise, everything, right? And he said at the end of it all, when he looked at everything they spent, everything like that, there was only like 1.5 million left, right?
Yeah.
So to answer your question, man, I don't think a lot of these programs, the big ones, I don't think a lot of them do with what their expenses are. I don't think a lot of them do, unfortunately. But to me, in this scenario, and that's why these schools keep wanting to push the sports, right? They want that revenue coming in, because at UT, for example, some of that football money was going towards these other sports that don't make any money. They're losing money, right?
Yeah. And hold that thought for a second, Todd. That's my point. Where if you cancel fall sports, the sports that are not going to make money and even lose money won't lose money.
Exactly.
They won't lose money. So now you don't have that shortfall that you absolutely need, you know, college football to make up for. And oh yeah, by the way, college football is the one sport where the student athlete, they have to be on the field. They have to be at the game. They have to generate money. The engineering student that got a scholarship doesn't have to be on the field. He doesn't have to show up in front of 100,000 folks. And oh yeah, by the way, that engineering student can go get a job at Bechtel or or NASA or somewhere like that. The college football athlete can't. So you mean to tell me you can't give them an extra measure of protection from themselves and from your desire or need to make money?
Yeah, I mean, I said a while back on your show, you know, I hadn't really missed the sports, you know, and I just, you know, I think I see all these videos of people working out and all this other stuff, like, and it's just not worth it. I mean, I think the NBA, man, they're going to have a huge mess on their hands if someone gets deathly sick on going. I think it's a horrible idea. I think Adam Silver is a complete fool for even entertaining this. Like, here's the thing I don't get. Is it the end of the world if the NBA doesn't have an NBA champion? Who cares?
Yeah. No, I mean, they're already talking about putting an asterisk on the championship, whoever wins it. Why not put an asterisk on the spot where it was and it's not? I mean, people will understand there was a global pandemic. They didn't play the rest of the season. Todd, stay right there, man. I got to take a quick break. Give me a couple of quick commercials. I'll come back with Todd Malcolm right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
You're home. You're a diabetic. You need supplies, but you don't want to visit the pharmacy. What do? Call US Med for home delivery of your supplies. If you have diabetes and you're worried about going to a crowded pharmacy, pick up the phone in the safety and comfort of your home and let US Med deliver them to you with free shipping. And now if you test your blood sugar 4 more times a day and inject insulin 3 or more times a day, you may qualify to get a new continuous glucose monitor at little or no cost, which may eliminate the pain of pricking your fingers and helps you make smarter diabetes decisions. Plus, we'll send you a 90-day supply and bill your insurance company for you. Get some peace of mind. Call US Med today.
800-417-0851. 800-417-0851. That's 800-417-0851.
How'd you like to eliminate your expensive cable bill forever or get new satellite internet where cable can't go? Well, now you can have affordable satellite internet service for a few dollars a day. All you need is a mini satellite installed, and you can have unlimited internet connections wirelessly in your home or office. And no cable boxes means unlimited connections and no clutter. You can surf the internet or stream any of your favorite television services with no cable. And the best part is, satellite internet service costs only a few dollars a day for your entire home. Yes, fast internet to surf or stream television for a few bucks a day. Call now for free details and learn how to drop your expensive cable bill.
800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. That's 800-712-8044.
God bless you.
Hi, this is TJ from South Park. I listen to the lunch break with AJ Jones on 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Freestyle Friday. Let me go back to the phone line. Todd was joining me on the lunch break. Todd, you were talking about, the schools and like I said, the student athlete is a little different than the engineering student or the English major that got, full scholarships or what have you. They have to be out there. They have to be in the gym. They have to be on the field, and they can't go out and get other jobs. And I just feel like the powers that be, the head coaches, the athletic directors, even the school presidents are complicit if one of those kids goes out there and gets sick or gets hurt or even gets sick and recover, but now they've got pre-existing conditions because of the treatment that they had to have on their lungs, that they had to have, with their respiration. All of that is not being taken under consideration, in my opinion, by the people that need to consider it.
Yeah, it's when you have debates about this with people, just like your so-called friends, family, whoever, people online, some people's school of thought is, hey, leave everything open. We got to coexist with this thing and do the best we can. People are going to get it, right?
Yeah.
My school of thought is not that. Like, my school of thought is not just keep everything open, because the thing is just going to get widespread, and you get it, you can't get treatment, and then it just keeps getting worse and worse. I have a crystal ball is a magical answer, but if my son was at the University of Texas, one of these schools, he would not be participating in these, voluntary workouts or whatever they're kind of labeling it. But going back to an NBA, I just think it's a horrific idea. I don't know what's driving it, if it's the money, but I think something catastrophic, and I hate being negative like that, it's hard for me to believe something really bad is not going to happen. Like before, I told you, what's going to happen when a kid at let's make a bicycle. Let's take Glen Park North Shore, right?
Yeah.
He's going through these workouts right now during the summer. He gets it. Turns out he's got an issue with his lungs he didn't even know about.
Right.
And through getting COVID and getting a scan on his lungs, he finds out about this lung issue, right? And then now he's forever, his health is no longer, he has a breathing issue, for the rest of his life that could have been prevented. That's the thing about these testing when they do physicals for these kids. A lot of times you hear about kids dying in the heat from heat stroke or something.
Yep.
And it turns out they had a heart issue, but the physical is such a joke because they can't do the most extensive physical because of the cost of the test, right?
Yep.
So I'm afraid something like that is going to happen, and then when it happens, it's going to be like, what was this all for? Just so we could complete a game? It's ludicrous to me when I think of it like that.
Yeah, and Todd, here's the thing. I said it right before you came on. A lot of folks think that it's either or, and it's an absolute that either you have pre-existing conditions and you're susceptible to problems if you get COVID-19, or you don't have pre-existing conditions and you're going to recover just fine. Those are not absolutes. People who have had, didn't have a pre-existing conditions literally have died from COVID-19. Those who have survived. So, it's just one of those things where you're putting something to the test that doesn't need to be tested because we're talking about a game. And let's move pro and college out of the way for a second. There's no excuse to put high school students back out there. None whatsoever. I heard another announcer talking about, they've got to do something about it. A senior, they work their butt off and they're not going to get to play and everything like that. Bruh, it ain't because somebody just decided that they don't get to play. It is called a global pandemic for a reason. And when we stop trying to make exceptions for not following the advice of scientists and researchers and what have you, and we do everything emotionally, then you're going to keep putting these kids in a situation where and I'm sorry are not going to be good enough.
Yeah, I don't understand the people's resistance to the mask, right? Like, let's say, for example, I wasn't sure if the mask worked or not. Why not just be on the safe side and wear it anyway? You know what I mean? Let's say it doesn't work. Let's say we find out 6 months from now there wasn't any evidence that supported it really helped or not, right? Why not just be on the side of caution and just wear it anyway, I don't get it, but I talk to so many people online that are like, this is just the flu. That's the one that kills me. This is just the flu. There's proof the masks don't even work. And I don't know if it's the sense of invincibility that's like, hey, this is not going to happen to me. It's only going to happen to other people. But I'll give you an example. I went to Lifetime Fitness the other day because my kids swim up there, right? They're on the swim team up there.
Yep.
Hey, man, it wasn't so I'm in the pool area. I got my mask on, right? And AJ, everybody else is in the pool, and like in Lifetime Fitness, they got an indoor and outdoor pool. They got this big old hot tub behind the indoor pool inside. You got people, I'm not kidding, AJ, there's probably 20, 30 people in these two big old hot tubs. And the environment, you would have never known that we're in some sort of pandemic of just the way it kind of operates. So,
but now let me be petty for a second because I don't think I've been petty today. But those are the folks that want to point at the protests and say, that's why we got to go back under lock and key because them protesters are out there. And they sit in a hot tub with 34 people. No masks, breathing on everybody.
I should have taken a picture and sent it to you. Two big old hot tubs.
Yep.
Like they're in Las Vegas, chilling. Yep. And then you got people up in the gym area. Part of it, I think, AJ, so many people have been home for so long. They're just like, man, heck with it. I'm tired of being at home, and just like, I'm ready to get out. But at the same point, by having that mentality, it's not helping us as a whole.
Man, let me tell you, bro. And somebody just said, can the parents or student athletes sue if they get sick? And someone replied, not if they sign the waiver. I'm waiting to be watching my program in the middle of the program and hear one of those deals where, have you signed a waiver and gotten coronavirus? Call the law firm of da 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 da, because guess what? Those waivers ain't necessarily ironclad. Those waivers are not necessarily ironclad. Some of those waivers will be challenged and some people will be held liable and folks are going to be paid, but it's not always about the money. It's not always about lawsuits. I mean, Jesus Christ, why not just do the right thing? If you're telling me we got to have sports to live, then I got news for you. We're going to be in trouble. We're going to be in trouble. We're going to be in trouble.
I hope Governor Abbott, he just takes the decision out of their hands. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of that's going. Never mind. Hey, Todd, how you? You all right?
Man, I mean, that's the only thing I see it. If you leave, let's say they left it up to these athletic directors in every city but a high school, you already know what's going to happen, right?
I know.
They're going to play,
I know.
right?
I know.
They don't care about the stats. They are going to play. And when it comes to the waiver, I'm signing nothing. I'm making it clear. My child gets sick, I'm suing somebody. I'm suing, and you're paying for the medical bill. If you're not agreeable to that, you're not playing.
Bruh, when I tell you, I'm getting everybody. I'm getting the janitor. I'm getting the cafeteria workers. I'm getting everybody.
They'll name the school district after me. That'll be part of my settlement.
Them too. Todd, listen, I gotta go, bro. But be safe out there, man. And hey, real quick before you go, what is Kaylee's? What is the color of her swim team?
Blue and black.
Blue and black. Okay, that's what I need to know. And Dylan, what's his swim team color?
Same thing. They're on the same team now.
Okay, blue and black. Got it. That's all I need to know.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for the time, AJ.
All right, bro. Take care. Todd Malcolm, good call as always. Let me go to another caller before we take our break. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Hello, this is El Michelle. Hi, everybody.
Hey, El Michelle. What's going on?
Well, I was listening, and first of all, I didn't even think about the underlying health conditions and the insurance thing that you just spoke about. That just blew my mind that, that actually could be occurring in our near future, that people won't be able to be treated due to having the scar tissue from having COVID or already having scar tissue they didn't know of and not get treatment. But I wanted to bring up something concerning the coronavirus and these kids. Right now in the state of Texas, there's being reported that there are already secondary infections happening.
Right.
Okay, that means somebody who already had it got it again. Mm-hmm. So with that happening, and they don't even have a cure for the cold and flu, this is something that more than likely could be continual. And they're not allowing us to take a break, take a step back to get it taken care of, just like with the cold and flu. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of really disheartening. And so another thing with this, the players are going on the field. They're wanting them on the field. The kids, they may not ever have a chance to get back on the field again due to this. But with the unknown, stuff like sulfur dioxide causes irritation in lungs before you even know you have damage in the East Coast and larger cities. So you're going into this with people who don't know they're at high risk already. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, generally healthy. It's even in food. Sulfur dioxide aggravates asthma, all these other things. So you got all these issues, but you're going to insist or try to coerce and make players feel like they don't have a chance, so that the the drive overrides the need to be safe.
I mean, it's a vicious cycle that we put ourselves in. I mean, nobody forced this on us. Nobody told us to develop this level of appetite for sports. Nobody told us to become this dependent upon sports. Again, for those who had opioid conditions, the entire nation got behind their treatment. For those who had crack and cocaine issues, those folks went to jail. So we'll see how they'll treat this one, because this is an addiction to sports. This is an addiction to the money generated by sports on the high school, college, and professional levels. And let's just keep it real. The Little League World Series and all those organizations, that's big money right there as well. You don't just walk up and join the Pearland Little League World Series team. So there's a lot of money generated from that as well. So, hey, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be polite. But this right here is an addiction that did not have to happen. And now folks are trying to figure out how to feed the addiction, not get cured from the addiction.
Oh, my God. That right there, that part. Feeding the addiction instead of curing it. That was a powerful statement right there. And
well, every now and then I come up with one. They say even a blind squirrel will find a nut every now and then. I just hit me one.
Oh, that was good. That was all the way. Oh my God, you need to say that again. And what's so crazy is we're trying to encourage people to listen to the scientists and do all these things, but it's so money driven that people are trying to also say, okay, let's go ahead with this. You're using players as guinea pigs, and even to not wearing masks. The card that you mentioned, I don't have to wear a mask. I don't have to do this because I have another underlying condition that you don't know aware of. Or saying that, oh, we'll be fine. Let's go ahead with it. But if you don't know the answer to a solution, how can you tell somebody what not to do to protect themselves and their children and their family? You don't have an answer, but yet you're trying to coerce people, mandate things, put things back into play without an answer.
Yeah, I'm not trying to belittle anybody, but baby, if you got a GED, if you majored in art, if you didn't graduate, I'm sorry. I'm going to listen to the folks that are skilled and talented in that area. I don't care what they said on your local news station. I don't care what this person, oh, they're so real. And I'm just going to listen to the medical professionals. And we're going to go from there. So
that's it. That's what we need to do. Yes, sir.
All right. You be safe out there. Have a good rest of your weekend. All right.
Bye, lunch break.
All right, no problem. We get ready to take another break. We'll get ready to wrap it up right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. That's 800-547-4170.
This is a potter's field. When people can't pay for their funerals, they are buried here. It is a lonely, desolate place, littered with unmarked headstones. No one visits. No one leaves flowers. But it doesn't have to be that way. For as low as $1 a day, you can ensure your family will have the money to pay your funeral expenses. We offer burial insurance plans that pay up to $30,000. Considering the average funeral costs more than $10,000, that's peace of mind for your family. There are no medical exams, your rates won't increase, and your policy cannot be canceled as long as you make your premium payments. Call now to get approved in minutes and ensure your final resting place is more than just a pauper's grave in a potter's field.
800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. That's 800-308-6729. Paid for by Final Expense Direct.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? Quick Cash Offer can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents and risking your safety by showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your home to foreclosure. If you have any equity in your home, we will buy it and give you cash within days, all in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call Quick Cash Offer now before the economy gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just don't want to get the cash you need today.
800 800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. That's 800-780-1431.
Hey, this is Tori and Terry, and we're with a new show on the legendary KYOK called Marriage Talk with Tori and Terry.
Yes, that's Saturdays at 1 p.m. Marriage Talk with us. You can call in and talk with us about your marriage questions, engagement, relationship questions. We're here to assist you. Saturdays at 1 p.m.
And that's on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
Talk to you then.
Again I say unto you, if two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything, it shall be done for them by my Father who is in heaven. For where two or three are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. Matthew 18, 19, and 20. That's the gospel. And we're KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
I'm Ben Tankard, and you are listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones, and for those who didn't hear the news when we came on the show at the beginning, 12 o'clock, Harris County is back under a new stay-at-home, work-safe order. Bars were, and I know Christian radio station, but please don't backslide. Bars were asked to close at 12 noon today. Restaurants are capped at 50% capacity. They had previously been at 75. They're at 50% now, and this stay-at-home order is in effect immediately. Also, I do think that you are being asked to wear a mask, especially when you go into a private business. So, those things have happened within the last couple of hours. So be sure and check your local listings and local news for updates. All right. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Hey, AJ, it's Keith Hennick.
Keith Hennick, caller of the year 2020. What's up, brother?
I would like your opinion on something, please.
All right.
Why is the coronavirus a political issue?
I want to say I don't have that answer, but I do. It's political because it's an election year, and you've got a very big election coming up in November. And one of the things that many people are campaigning on, notice how I didn't pick a party or a side, but one of the things that many people are campaigning on are the economy, are the health and safety of our people, and things like that. So when people can't go out and work, when people have to stay home, when people are forced to wear masks, it affects the economy. It questions the legitimacy of people's health and their safety, and therefore, some candidates may gain an unfair advantage over others. But for you and me, it shouldn't be political. It should just be what's the best thing to do for everyone involved.
It's a public health hazard. Let the medical people and the scientists figure it out. It's a situation where a lot of these politicians are going to go down to defeat because of their stance on COVID-19. And I wish we were voting for Texas governor in November, because this guy is a grapefruit. He really has no clue. And he's listening to his president, of course, which is always a great idea. And I feel that, as much as I believe that change is coming, a lot of people are going to wind up on the losing end of the deal, and for good reason.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate. It shouldn't come down to this. I mean, at some point before you lay your head and go to sleep at night, you ought to be able to say, I did what's best for the people, even if it was not what was best for me politically, professionally, what have you.
Right. Well, that's my 2 cents for this Friday. I hope you have a great, great weekend. Lunch breakers, do the same. Be safe and be well. And we'll look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Keith Hennig, we appreciate you as always. Caller of the year 2020. You be safe out there, man, okay?
Thank you, AJ. You do the same.
All right, good brother right there. That's a good man. That's a good man. Keith Hennig, our caller of the year for 2020. And somebody said, well, it ain't over yet, AJ. 2020. We're just in June. Have you been paying attention? I'm so ready for this year to be over. Hey, where is the reset button? Can somebody do a hard reboot on this thing? Because, man, it ain't working right. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Brother AJ, and to the lunch break list,
Ferdinand, caller of the year 2017. We about to do a roll call. We need to get Donna Coleman-Holman in here. We need the greatest in here. What's going on, Ferdinand?
No, I've just been listening to you, AJ, about stuff. I guess, is it a Boy Scout now or it was found in Wallace Boy. So you mean to tell me if they said it's been there, AJ, for a year, they were just okay with that? Because undoubtedly, that's what you guys stand for when you're okay with a rope tied that way, and then all the general flag. So we know what the flag stands for. We see how people want to quit their jobs and do a big hoopla about the flag. So y'all must be accustomed and okay with with that being going on in the garages and stuff. You know for yourself, and NASCAR is just not a sport for us. We've always wanted to be a part of the sport, but certain genres of sports they just don't want us in because we just supersede, average. And wish nothing, above Wallace nothing but success. Like, when you go on a certain sport, AJ, you have to expect certain things. And just being honest, we know what kind of world we live in, AJ, but no one, it should be justified, but we don't live in nations such as that. So it's just sad, AJ. I don't know what's going to become of everything. COVID, man, we should have never had the business. Lives mean something, AJ. When it's all said and done, money can't buy you anything. Can't take money to raise. And so people in power rather jeopardize the lives of many just for $1. Come on. We got to do that.
Well, Ferdinand, all I'll say is this. I'm in agreement with you. The fact that people can't even look at the possibility that what was found, however long it's been there, may have been offensive and inappropriate to anybody, regardless of had it been the only black driver, full-time black driver in the sport, but to anybody. And the fact that several people checked that garage bay since October 2019 to today and saw that there and didn't say, that might be something that we need to cut down, take down, or do something different with. So whenever it got discovered, regardless of how it get there, the fact that people are still arguing about what it is and what it isn't and how people should feel about it is just a sad reflection on where we are as a society and how there needs to be more good old-fashioned compassion for other people rather than us feeling like we've got to impose what we think and what we feel on everybody else. Like, I'm fighting against racism against black people. I'm not asking for people to help me fight that fight. This is a fight that I'm willing to die for. Whether somebody gives me the permission to be treated equally as anybody else or not, I'm willing to die for that. That's how important it is to me. So I'm not worried about other people's opinion. I'm not worried about other people's political views. I'm not worried about people who saying, oh, well, God is going to do this, God is going to do that. But let me ask you this. Where were your prayers when George Floyd was getting knelt on for 8 minutes and 46 seconds? Where were your prayers for Tamir Rice? Where were your prayers for Philando Castro? Where were your prayers for Eric Gardner? Where were your prayers for this young man that just got killed who was literally saying, I'm just different. That's it. I'm just different. So don't use God to placate your own feelings when God is calling you to stand up for those who might need a little bit of your support, but ain't asking for your permission.
Amen, Brother AJ. Amen. And it's nothing wrong with that game. It's nothing wrong, correct? But I don't have to rebuttal to anything you're saying, man. But we're gonna keep praying, and I'll leave you with this, brother. AJ. If you don't live for something, you'll die for nothing. So
I like that, bro. If you don't live for something, you'll die for nothing. Ferdinand, be safe out there in the Rona streets. And hey, man, we'll talk to you again, okay?
Absolutely. God bless.
All right, God bless you. Ferdinand, Caller of the Year. Good way to end the show. Let's see. Our girl Sybil Wilkes is up next with the coronavirus update. I'm going to go ahead and check off now. Be sure and tune in over the weekend. We got Marriage Talk. We've got Jesse Jackson, Keep Hope Alive. We got Walt Baby Love and Gospel Tracks. We got Angel Lewis with her show. And then, of course, on Monday, you got Erica Campbell and Griff Get Up Mornings, 6 a.m. to 9. Then your boy will be back with Media Monday. David Grubb will be back with me. And also got a very special guest who will be joining us on Monday. So, as always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I do love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Put your mask on. Stay home. Stay safe. And treat everybody equally, black people included. All right, y'all take care, guys.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know today about the coronavirus. The U.S. saw a record number of new coronavirus cases in a single day, with more than 45,000 diagnoses reported Wednesday. Florida, California, and Texas are setting daily records, and an expert fears major Texas cities could see apocalyptic numbers if the trend continues. The IRS sent stimulus checks to more than 1 million dead people because it initially believed it did not have the legal authority to withhold them. The administration later reversed itself and began trying to block and retrieve those payments. Macy's announced a restructuring plan that will eliminate almost 4,000 corporate and management jobs as the pandemic continues to hurt sales. Another 1.5 million Americans filed for unemployment last week as the virus continues to hit the economy. The total claims filed since mid-March is now 47.3 million people. Please visit SybilWilkes.com to subscribe to my free daily newsletter. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, y'all. Let me go. Sister CJ, Sister Right, you know me. You know me. You are not going to tell me what to say and what not to say. I love you. But you're not fighting my fight. We're fighting a fight together, but you're not fighting my fight. And I'm telling you, I will die for my children to have the right to be free. So I'm not going to water it down because some people feel like I shouldn't say that. That's how serious this fight is. And if we quit placating it, and quit trying to say it the right way and just do it the right way, then we don't have to worry about what we say. So I love you. I thank God for you, but you're not going to muzzle the ox while I'm mashing the grain. All right. All right. Y'all take care. Have a blessed and safe weekend. We'll talk to you again. Elizabeth, thank you. Very great job today. Y'all give it up for Elizabeth. She did a great job. She's our new friend. She's a new part of the lunch break. Y'all keep her in your prayers. All right. Y'all take care. I love you. Bye.